Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to talk about a brand new collection from Lisa Eldridge. Here I am in my Lisa Eldridge sweatshirt to celebrate. So you know it's a celebration. We are going to talk about the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Collection, which consists of highlighters, new liquid creamy blushes, airy creamy blushes, some new shades of lip gloss, and new shades of lipstick. And we are very busy right now, princesses. We got a lot to try on. I bought about 50% of all the new shades or more. So we are gonna do a little bit of an application test because I just want to show you a few different ways to apply, not too intense, but real quick. But I also am going to make a montage of all the shades I bought so that we just don't have swatches everywhere and stuff. That way I can do double cheek shades of things for you and let you see all of the shades that I picked up in their glory in case you are waiting on your purchase, or maybe you haven't purchased yet. There are shades still available, and Ms. Eldridge always makes sure to restock. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but they do come back in. So if you are my skin tone or somewhere near it, or even very distant from my skin tone, that should just at least give you some sort of an idea. So first of all, we're going to talk about it, then we'll go into the montage and then a little bit of a try on. So let's talk about the Seamless Skin Collection. It's of course called that because Lisa Eldridge, a genius makeup artist, wants to make sure that the skin appears to be seamless. Our skin is that most beautiful. That's what we show everyone, seeing the skin and having it look so good. So let's talk first about the highlighters. The highlighters are called Elevated Glow. There were 4 shades released in American US dollars. They're $38 each. They come in this recyclable glass container here. I picked up 2 shades, which you'll see in the demonstration and in the montage I have coming up. I picked up Cosmic Rose, which is right here, and Solar Light. I am actually wearing Solar Light right now, and we'll use Cosmic Rose in the demo so you can see it go on. This highlighter is made to blur, to reflect light beautifully. It can go either on top of skincare and under foundation. It could be, of course, worn alone, or it can go on after makeup. You can let it set, which I'll show you in the demo, to form kind of an uplifting mesh, or you can kind of put the foundation or other products over it that mix in with it. So there's a few different ways to use it to get an achieved desired look, but either way, it is meant to kind of hide. Lisa Eldridge knew that we tend to put highlighter in areas that for so many of us have, are kind of tricky areas, maybe with visible pores or maybe some texture. She, being a professional working makeup artist, is well aware of the problems we all face, and so she takes that into consideration. And you'll see all of that when we get to the demo and the montage. Let's talk about the Enlivening blushes. 6 shades were released in US dollars, $34. I picked up 3. I picked up Pink Soap, Pink Poetry, and Island Glow. I'm wearing Island Glow right now, and we are going to use Pink Soap in the demo. Plus, you'll see all 3 of the shades that I picked up in the montage coming up. These are an airy, creamy, you can pat them onto the skin, or you could blend them in with a brush if you want. They're highly blurring. They're beautiful, beautiful formula. I mentioned this actually in the demo, but I just want to say it again. Though it looks like the product comes squirting out of here, it does not. It's a really nice thick formula. It doesn't take too much to push it up through, and then when it comes out, as you can see, it is not going to squirt up like a whale, nor is it going to make a mess, which is a very big relief when you have a dispenser like this. Very well thought out, and the colors are so sheer and buildable. I will say that Pink Poetry and Island Glow can get a bit intense, whereas I could have gone to town easily with Pink Soap. Of course, it depends upon your skin tone, but don't go too crazy. And if it gets a little bit much, just use a little bit of foundation over it. Now, let's talk about the Gloss Embrace. We have 4 new shades of Lisa Eldridge's famous lip gloss. They were in the last release as well, so I bought 2 of those 4 shades. I bought a Fair, which I'm actually not wearing now. I'm wearing one of the lipsticks, and Songbird, but we will use Songbird in our tutorial or demonstration, and you will see both in the montage on me with a swatch coming up. I want to talk about the Luxuriously Lucent lipsticks, lip color. This is what made Lisa Eldridge famous as a makeup creator, more than just a makeup artist. These lipsticks, if you haven't tried them and you're a fan of lipsticks, you owe it to yourself. They are as good as everyone says. It is just the truth. There's 7 new shades, I believe, and I bought 3 of them. I got, let's see, Rose Official, which we are going to put on in the demonstration coming up. I got, let's see, Love of My Life, which you'll see in the montage. And I got Spirited Away, which I am actually wearing right now. So we're going to see all these in the demos. These are super light. They're they can be used as a stain. You can even just pat them onto the lips, or you can keep putting them on and build them for a really intense, beautiful wash of color. You could even dot these on the cheeks if you want to, but you don't need to because now you have Lisa Eldridge's blushes. These are absolute, this collection is stunning. Let me also say there were no snafus or weird things with ordering this, or this launch was just, it was perfect. It was like clockwork. Last time, if you saw my video from the last release, I had some issues with ordering. So this time I was all ready to go and pacing the floor, you know, and shadow boxing, and it just went perfectly. I'm kidding, but I was excited. I still am excited. I also picked up one of these beautiful cases. I got the floral one last time. I couldn't wait to get this red velvet case with Lisa Eldridge's initials on it to match my sweatshirt. So I am a very happy bunny right now. What I want to do is go to the montage so that you can, just for reference and just for fun, see what these shades all look like on me, and then we will come back and I'll demonstrate a few things about using this highlighter as a mesh, etc., etc. Stay right there. Okay, we're starting this tutorial off with a completely bare face. I literally have nothing on my face, but we're doing that for a reason, because I want to take a little page out of Lisa Eldridge's book, which is always a good idea, right? Now, you just saw all of the shades on me in the little montage I did, but for our demonstration purposes, we're going to work with Cosmic Rose, okay? So that is this shade right here. And the reason I have nothing on my face, this is my little mirror I'm turning around here. The reason I have nothing on my face is I want to put on a little bit in the high points of the face before I put on any foundation, because that is Lisa Eldridge's technique. We're going to just go right from the dough foot here. That is Lisa Eldridge's technique, and she feels that when she does that, she has to wear less, or she gets to wear, I should say, less actual foundation. So I'm just kind of tapping it onto the high points of the cheek, and then we're going to put some foundation on, or I'm going to put some foundation on, and then when we come back, we'll put a little more on over the foundation. But this highlighter has these properties that blur, okay, and kind of obscure these fine lines and the texture and things like that. So I'm kind of putting this highlighter everywhere that I would normally put it if my foundation were on. Now, the other reason I wanted to demonstrate this is an interesting thing, and I'm going to talk to you while this sets for a moment. There's two ways to use this highlighter, okay? If we use it like this and let it dry a little bit, it is it's formulated to make a little bit of a mesh, like almost like a screen across your face if you let it dry. And that really kind of makes it keeps out pollutants, it helps firm the skin and gives almost like a lifting effect to the skin if you let it dry first. Or, and that's what I'm going to do for our technique here, we're going to try that out. But if you want to, you could also just mix it in. You could not let it set and just mix it in right with the foundation on top of it, which would give kind of a glowy effect to the foundation. And we're going to get a glowy effect anyway, but I really wanted to try this kind of way of letting it set, and it has this lifting. You can feel it. Lisa Eldridge mentions that you can kind of feel it set and lift, and you actually can, not in an annoying way, please don't get the wrong idea, but you can actually feel that now that it's set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put on my foundation, and then we'll put another layer over it, and we'll see if I have to use a little bit less coverage than I normally would. Stay right there. Okay, meanwhile that's a little bit better. I have the rest of my makeup on. No blush, no lipstick yet, of course. Okay, so now let's take our Cosmic Rose and just add it a little bit over the top. Did I feel like I look a little bit more polished just with my foundation on? Yeah, I think I do. Because remember, I let it dry to form that kind of lifting mesh action. And now we're just going to add a little bit more. I just added a lot more accidentally, but that's okay. And of course, this is buildable. So as Lisa Eldridge says, you can add as much or as little as you want. So I put a little bit of a blop of it on, and I'm okay with that. I'm just using my fingers. You can, of course, use a brush. If you're using a natural hair brush, of course, this is a cream or liquid product, so you would use undyed goat hair, but you guys know that. All right, so now I've just added a little bit more on to make kind of this really beautiful, as you can see, fluid highlight, which you did see in the video, but now we're going to add some blush. Okay, though you have seen the 3 blushes that I selected for our purposes here of demonstration, we are going to use pink soap. And I'm going to try to put it on a little bit kind of over the top so we can really see what it looks like. Now, as you see here, I am using my hands, but you can also, of course, use a brush. I just like to work with my hands. So what I'm doing is I'm squeezing it out of the tube here, and it is a cream-like consistency, if you can see that. Let me put a little bit more on there. It is a cream-like consistency, and it is kind of a very airy cream, and we're going to pat it onto the skin. Here is kind of the first little. By the way, if you're wondering about fragrance or scent, there is nothing that is very noticeable. This has a little bit of a kind of a sweet smelling scent, but I don't think it's purposeful. I just mean that it's just kind of pleasant, and it certainly doesn't stick around past the first pat or tap. And as you see, I'm just very gently, very, very gently patting that onto my skin. The nice thing about this tube here also is that, and because it's a little bit of a thicker product, it doesn't ooze all over. It kind of dispenses very gently. Look at that, it's dispensing there, and as you see, it just kind of stands up like at attention there. It doesn't flop over. You're not going to squeeze this and have it squirt everywhere. If you remember, we had for a while there, I was experimenting with the Bite Daycation, which is kind of a whipped cream blush. I'm just adding a little more on here. And it would just kind of, you'd have to press too hard and it would just squirt across the room. You will not have that with this applicator. So I did want to assure you of that. So there we go. That's 2 little layers, and this is a very, very light pink soap. Very, very pretty. All right, now we can move on to the lips. Again, with the lips, you did see my 3 choices in the montage, but for kind of application sense, we are going to use Rose Official here, because This time, what I did not do is I did not put a gloss over the top. And right here, we're going to. I showed you the glosses separately in the montage, of course. All right, so this is Rose Official, and I am going to just, pardon me, apply this almost like a stain, if you will. Now, those of us who have played with Lisa Eldridge lipsticks in the past know that they are very, very light, very, very easy to use, and very, very easy to wear. So now, I put on Rose Official much darker in the examples, but I just wanted to show you it here, and then we're going to put one of the new gloss Embraces over it. We have 4 new shades. We're going to use Songbird here. These have a kind of an oil and butter mixture that make them extremely comfortable, and they feel very much the same as the glosses from the last collection. So now I have put the lipstick on pretty much as a stain because I wanted to put this over it, although you don't have to put it on as a stain to put a gloss over the top. So there we have Rose Official with Songbird gloss over the top. What do you guys think? Beautiful collection. I know so many of you ordered from this collection, and so many of you missed out on a few, but I'm sure things will come back to the Seamless Skin collection, and you can grab yours if you haven't yet already done so. I would love to hear what you have your eye on, or what you purchased. Did you pick up the sweatshirt too? This is from the last collection that I got, this one, but I still wear it all the time because it's so comfy and cozy. So let me know all of your thoughts below because as usual, I would love to hear. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I sure hope you did. And if you haven't already done so, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.